Benjamin, silver medalist at the Olympic Games, and meet record held by decathlete Aiden Owens-Delerme last year. And in this first of 3 heats, Corday Long of Alabama, the senior, will see him in lane number 6.
Well, he stepped up huge at the end of last season, and just tells you how tough the SEC championships are. He doesn't finish second at the SEC championships, but he finishes second at the NCAA championships. Both he and Chris Robinson had fantastic NCAA championship performances there. There's Rasheem Griffith, young man from Barbados, the senior at Tennessee. He was 5th last year. There you see. Asked him how he was doing earlier today. He said he is ready to go. This is another strong heat here. A lot of good guys. Jacqueline Scott, one of the best multi-hurdlers in the country. He's a top-rated 110-meter hurdler in the conference. Excuse me, the number 2 rated 110-meter hurdler in the conference. And here he is inside the top 10 in the 400 meters. So Long, Griffith, and Scott there in those outside lanes. They've posted the fastest times coming into the qualifying round here. Corday Long, 48:53 last season, 49:26 just a week ago.
So advancing criterion, the top 2 finishers in each of these 3 heats will automatically qualify through to Saturday. Then the next 3 fastest non-auto qualifying times over the 3 heats. So you're looking to be first or second with as little effort expended as possible. Get tomorrow off, unless you're running another event, which many of these guys will be doing, and then do your final on Saturday. Very even over the first hurdle between the favored 3 on the outside lanes. Rasheem Griffith making a move now. Griffith definitely a lead, followed by Long, and then Scott on the outside. Remember, top 2 automatically qualify. Now Scott getting and he goes down. There goes Jaquan Scott out of the race. Rasheem Griffith and then Corday Long, first and second. Clayton Elder of Alabama also trying to make a run for it. But it's going to be Rasheem Griffith winning the heat, followed by Corday Long. 49:17 unofficially, adjusted to 48:79 for Griffith. Flag was down for most of that race, but that doesn't mean anything. We're not going to get a win reading, but it's good to know if they're running into a headwind on that backstretch. Just makes the event harder. Like that needs to happen.
Well, Rasheem Griffith ran this race the way you're supposed to, and that was just in a great rhythm. There you see them get over the 8th hurdle. Nice clearance for Griffith, but then Scott takes down that hurdle, and it's nice to see him bounce up, though, and he gets up and finishes that race as Griffith takes home the victory here. We did see that yellow flag. I don't think there was a foul there, but Scott does go down, but it's nice to see him finish. Now we know we're going to get a chance to see him run the 110-meter hurdles, but an all-time personal best for Rasheem Griffith there as he dips under 49 seconds for the first time ever.
And it looked to me like he went 13 the whole way. He's certainly doing it the last 3 hurdles, so I'm pretty sure he was doing it for the first 7. A fine run by Griffith. Corday Long automatically qualifying through to the final, and Clayton Elder will have to wait to see what happens with the next 2 heats as we go along to heat number 2. And this is a guy who absolutely went nuts at the end of last season, an amazing NCAA championship. He is the collegiate leader. He is the world leader. 47.95 he ran. And we were able to catch up with the great Chris Robinson yesterday.
I mean, it's not very much of an impact because it's something that I always knew I could do. I just know I have people at my back wanting to, basically use me as a target, and I'm ready for it. And it's really what drives me to be great and run the times that I do.
NCAA champion last year and already the world leader and the collegiate leader. It's a long season, especially when you're a collegian. but he would be a leading candidate to be on the U.S. Olympic team in the 400-meter hurdles in June and in Paris in August.
Well, that's the thing, a serious factor for those Olympic trials. And he'll get about 2.5 weeks of rest before from the NCAA championships to the Olympic trials. But if he continues to run like this, he's going to give guys like Trevor Bassett, some fits at those Olympic trials. I'm not sure he can beat Rai Benjamin, but he can certainly run himself onto the team. And I had a chance to talk to him and just about what his expectations were. He said, run fast. He said he likes this track. He knows he can run fast here. He says if he worries just about running fast, then the wins and losses will take care of themselves.
There are the lane assignments with Robinson right in the middle of that group.
Also relatively beneficial for the NCAA athletes to run on that track not too long right before the Olympic trials and have those meets in close succession.
Well, that weather up in Eugene has just become completely unpredictable. And remember that incredible heat wave we had in 2021. That really had an effect on a lot of athletes, as you expect it would. I mean, in the 110s for several days in a row.
Set.
Top two finishers automatically qualified through to Saturday's final. Robinson already out quickly.
Well, and Robin is such a wonder. He's such a beautiful hurdler. It looks like he's on a right leg lead, 13 strides between. Just look how easy he takes that hurdle.
Little adjustment there. He alternated on that one. So it is Robinson, followed by Jaquan Hale. On the inside, that is Kurt Collins, Jr. of Texas A&M, trying to get into the spot. But it is all Chris Robinson. Robinson will win the heat, followed by Jaquan Hale, who will automatically qualify through to Saturday. 48.85 for Robinson.
Foul attempt.
Just another day at the office.
It jogs off. It's like one of the toughest events in all of track and field, and he just jogs away from the finish line.
It's casual.
But look, to get the 13 strides in between each hurdle, which is only really done by world-class athletes, you've got to be relaxed. You've got to have power, but you've also got to just be able to spot the hurdle, know where you're at, and there you see him. He had to reach for that one a little bit. He'll make a really nice adjustment, and you always love a guy who can alternate. He alternates pretty well with his left. He'd prefer not to. But there you see him make another adjustment back to his right, and then it's down the home straight. And I'll tell you what, he is just so tough. And I'm not sure how that hip number got on the back of his hand, but it didn't seem to deter him at all. He made it look easy.
48.85 for Robinson, followed by Jaquan Hale. 49.64. That's a season best for Hale in second place and into the final. And that's a number 9 time in meet history for Chris Robinson. Yeah, you're already at a distinct disadvantage in the 400 hurdles if you're a right leg lead hurdler anyway. So it would be helpful for him to get more comfortable with it if he could. All right, third and final heat, taking their final warm-ups. The bubble's 51.29 at this point. Just 5 athletes in this third and final heat. There's Clément Ducos of Tennessee from France, finalist at the French Championships last year, currently number 2 in the world with his 48.26 season best.
Well, and just speaking to him, I said, is it hard not to look forward to Paris, France in the Olympics? And he said his focus certainly wasn't on it. He's got the Olympic standard. He more than likely will be representing France, but he said now it's just time to concentrate on the task at hand. Come here, get the job done for Tennessee, both here and at the NCAA championships, and then he would let himself begin to dream about what an experience would be like at the Olympic Games in Paris. But young man from Bordeaux, France, I've had some good times in Bordeaux. couple of big scores for me in the decathlon in the Bordeaux region, but a nice young man and a hard-working guy, says Coach Dwayne. Says Coach Dwayne.
Sean Burrell of LSU, former NCAA champion back in 2022, currently 6th on the NCAA qualifying list.
A wild card. This guy can come up with a big performance when he needs it, even when he doesn't qualify and look very well in a finals. The gun goes off. He is a threat to win this race at any time.
He's a gamer, right? That's what you know to expect from Sean Burrell.
Has a lifetime best of 47.85, nothing to sneeze at as you take a look at the lane assignments, with Burrell in 6 and Ducot in 7.
Well, we saw Burrell indoors maybe in the best early season shape that we've ever seen him in, but he was unfortunately disqualified in the 400 meters. But, you know, I think that bodes well for what this outdoor season could be for this young man.
Disqualified for lane violation in that 400. So not sure what the holdup is.
You talk about, though, someone to watch in terms of the NCAA championships. When he won that title in 2022, it was on the track in Eugene when he won that championship. So someone who that facility, that venue has certainly played into his favor as you look to the next couple of weeks and what he has on his calendar.
Tyler will be up. Anna will be on deck. Deanna will be on hold. Let's go, birds!
Third and final heat of these men's 400-meter hurdles prelims. .29. The Olympic qualifying time is 48.70. A little bit longer hold on that gun, and Burrell going for it from the gun. He has Clement Ducot out there in front of him, who is also going for it. Burrell already alternating, which makes me think there's a headwind out there. So far, Ducot running a pretty much flawless race. He's alternating, and Burrell getting a challenge from Bryce McCray of Texas A&M. They don't take the 9th hurdle very well, but it is going to be quite the finish. Ducot going to win it. Burrell's going to hold off McCray for the automatic qualifying spot. 50.07 officially for Ducot. 50.36 for Sean Burrell. And I think there was a pretty stiff headwind on that backstretch from the alternating I was seeing very, very early from athletes who were attempting to run 13 strides.
Well, Clement Ducot, look at him here on the back straight. He manages that 13 stride pretty easily, but look, he's a very powerful runner, a lot more in control over the hurdle than even Chris Robinson. But look, he gets off that hurdle, really runs hard in that first 15 meters, and this is how you get 13. You can't wait to run fast up that hurdle. You've got to really push as you create the distance coming off the hurdle. Don't make the adjustment difficult for you as you get close to the hurdle. He waited until the 8th hurdle to make his transition into 14 strides, and then here come the 15 strides all the way home. He's got a left leg, which he's definitely partial to. There's an alternate, but just beautiful hurdling by Clement Ducot, who already has the Olympic qualifying standard and is living kind of stress-free. There you see on the outside, that's A.J. Hale from Mississippi State, who goes down hard. You got to concentrate on these hurdles. As you begin to fatigue, those hurdles come at you fast, and you've got to just pay so much attention to the technique of it.
Yeah, those 36-inch hurdles get a whole lot higher as you get a whole lot more tired. So it took 50.65 to get through. McCray did get it in that last heat, finishing 3rd. Rasheem Griffith with a lifetime best led these hurdlers, and the winner of the last heat downstairs with Fernando.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Ça va? Ça va et vous? That's it. That's all my French. So let's go, Clement. Tell me the story of the win in the back straight.
The wind just changed, and I had on the first 200 the wind in my face, so it was hard to keep my 13, but I think I did a good job overall.
Little fact for you. You know, no Tennessee runner has won the 400 hurdles at the SEC since 1986.
We're going to change it. Yeah, we're all ready to win. it's just amazing. Can't wait to run the final on Saturday and try to have this title.
Well, we can't wait to see you on Saturday.
Thank you, sir. I'll be there.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We'll see you. Back to you, Dwight. I don't know how to say goodbye in French. That's it.
Bonsoir.
Yeah. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
All right, Tuco with a fine adjustment. He went all the way up to 15 strides per.
அண்ணா ஹெல்த் எவ்வளோ கட்டிட்டு